Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Real Get to the Chopper. I'm your host Andy Godoy and I'm back again with another fan commentary, and today I'll be continuing the 80s sci-fi classic cartoon Ulysses 31. So I'll be doing episode 2, which is called The Lost Planet. And I'm going to basically watch the whole series throughout the next couple of months. And just finally get to do it. I've not actually watched all of them since I was a kid back in the 80s growing up. And so far, episode 1 has been an interesting one. So big shout out, as always, goes to the Get to the Chopper community, Luke Ace Payne, Damien Sayers, James Birch, and everyone else there that's always commenting and taking part on the Facebook group. And if you're listening to this on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please comment, subscribe, leave me a review if you haven't already. And with that then, let's start off with The Lost Planet, episode 2. 3, 2, 1, press play. Right, so as always, we start off with the intro music there. Ulysses, catchy intro. There he is with his son Telemachus. Yumi's there with her brother. I can never remember what his name is. So episode 1 was a bit dark actually, with the Cyclops and the big sort of monster thing that they killed, and then obviously they got punished by Zeus and they got sent to the kingdom of Hades, which is a furthest part of the universe. Kind of like Star Trek Voyager, minus the annoying Neelix. Or Kess. I was never a fan of Kess. But yeah, again, 80s cartoon, go. This is really good. Love the animation style. Here we go. The Lost Planet. Love the music. Rocking the guitar. Again, the spaceship designs are beautiful. Look at that spaceship just flying down. The background's all hand-drawn, art and coloured. It's incredible. Lots of detail. I love the iris of that ship there. It's just phenomenal. I think it's called the Odyssey. Now, I've only just recently found out that Ulysses had a different theme tune in French, which I think it might have originated from. But again, as a kid, you didn't care. You didn't know. You were just happy. Oh, he's playing some sort of virtual game. That's so ahead of its time. I was thinking, like, how the hell have they got this on their spaceship? Yeah, definitely it'd have to be VR. I know the ship is huge, but not that big. And I do want to carry on maybe doing some other sort of 80s classic stuff like Dogtanian and Three Musket Hounds, Around the World with Phileas, with Willie Fogg. So we'll see. Ooh, what's happening here? Zatra. Well, there we go. Now we know that's what the planet's called. Whoop, she's passed out. Now, speaking about animations, I am going to get myself an animated movie called The Legend of Orion. Star Chaser, The Legend of Orion. I recommended it to Luke Hayes Payne, and he absolutely loved it. And he sent me a link to a Blu-ray version where you can actually get it. And that's a film that I absolutely loved. Originally came out in the 80s, limited theatre release. It's in 3D. And then on VHS on 2D. And since then, just 2D. I don't think it's out on 4K, but Blu-ray will be sufficient enough. He's got very cat eyes type thing, and he does look like Space Jesus. I think Shirker is the ship computer. But over here in West Yorkshire, Shirker is sort of like someone that takes the PE, you know, someone that's lazy and who just lets other people do their work. Little bit of West Yorkshire sort of knowledge for you there. Around the postal system. Yeah, they're still floating. They're unaware. It's like a permanent stasis. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to watching all of these. I've not seen all of these since I was a little kid, probably since they first came on. Originally, I bought the DVD. I probably checked out episode 1 for a little bit and then just got on with my life. Didn't really watch the whole thing. And it's the same thing goes for the real Ghostbusters. Now, with the real Ghostbusters, I am going to only watch it until it gets to the end of the real Ghostbusters series, because after that, I think it became Slimer and the real Ghostbusters, which I was never a fan of, and I don't think I could bring myself to watch through that. But I will watch through other classic 80s shows, stuff like Mask or Visionaries is another classic one. And of course, I'll do Transformers, the animated series as well. I noticed that's on Blu-ray, so I'll give that a watch. And then I'll tie that in with watching Transformers, the animated movie. And I've been a bit hesitant, but I will be watching Transformers 1. Now, maybe it's because I'm getting old. Part of me thinks, should I watch it? Do I really need to watch it? But I think I'll give it a go just for the podcast itself. Numenor. I always like the design on the blue aliens. Speaking about aliens, I will also be doing the alien films further down the line. Please feel free to, recommend and nominate some movies, and I'll do it for the podcast. I have got a little list that I've got, but like Luke has been nominating some movies, and I've been putting them in sort of like front and center ahead of what I've been wanting to watch. So that's absolutely fine. So the plan I've got is not set in stone. Whatever you want to watch, guys, let me know. If I've got it, I'll watch it on 4K. If not, Blu-ray, DVD, or on streaming. Oh, and seeing this big sort of spaceship here, what I'd also want to do as well is Red Dwarf. Love that. British amazing sci-fi comedy. Need to watch that. Need to watch Dark Place, Garth Marenghi. I'll probably start off with that one actually, because it's not a long series. It was only one season, unfortunately. Really good sound effects. And again, like I said, the ship designs are just phenomenal. Now, the question is, what is that satellite of Satra doing there in the kingdom of Hades, or wherever they are? There has to be a reason. Really trippy background colors. Yeah, you can see a little doll there. I don't know why he was always on that little robot thing when he can actually walk. So mean. Poor No. That was quite harsh, calling him slow and stupid. But again, I do love the character design. I remember as a kid, I would actually like drawing him. That's annoying. Uh-oh. Just probably falling down that hole. Maybe. Like you have there, Telemachus. I do like the idea of a futuristic Greek mythology, but set in the future. The influence. And again, because this was done in the 80s, it's got that sort of 80s sort of campiness with the outfits and so on. It looks really good though. Oh, okay. Everyone's frozen to stone or turned to stone. Is it like a Medusa? Cannot remember. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Speaking about Medusa, I cannot wait to do the film Clash of the Titans. You know, the Ray Harryhausen stop motion classic. Need to watch that. And Jason and the Argonauts as well. Ooh, what's that horse? Is it like a Pegasus? What is going on? Why is it shooting that? Love that shield. Great design choice. And with all the weaponry. Poor No. I love the music. Oh, it does rock so much. You know, if I ever do get the question, is why did I do Ulysses first before I did Thundercats, Transformers, and He-Man? It's because I've got the DVD, so why not? And if this goes well, then I'll do more of the animated classics. But again, I decided to watch all these again because I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to watch them and why I would watch them. And it gives me a purpose to watch these and analyze them and appreciate them. Poor No, look at him, he's frozen away. He's out. Bit of comic light relief there. It's quite amazing how much they cram into like a 25-minute episode. And again, look at the colours, really well done. Now, what you got to remember, it was like limited budget, limited thing, animation, but they've crammed so much, it really does look quite spectacular. There is quite a fun YouTube live action intro that someone has done on YouTube, which is quite good. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, well, maybe I could end up watching stuff like Sailor Moon as well, because it's similar sort of style animation. I remember watching the odd episode of that back in the day and loving it. And yeah, I think I was in my 20s when it was on, but it always reminded me of sort of like an anime style version of Buffy in a way. Love that belt that he's got. And what's this? Like a Hydra? I don't know. If the head keeps on growing, then it probably will be. Quite a good effect on their hair, actually, of the witch there. Sorry, guys, I'm getting just drawn into watching this. It's quite fascinating. I think Ulysses has got it. Maybe not. I've noticed a lot of the baddie aliens turn out to be somewhat robotic. I don't know whether that was just to make it more friendly when they get dispatched. You know, like killed. So I suppose you wouldn't want a kid's TV show to be bloody and gory. The soundtrack is really rocking. Well, I didn't know they could do that. Well, he's out for the count, I think. Maybe not. I thought he got hit full force on that. Why? How is he still alive? Interesting. That's weird. What's going on? It's got many different themes like that they reuse again and again throughout the show. Like a sad theme, an action theme, like a getting there type theme. No, they're all uncursed. Yay, all the guys. I thought the alternative would be like, I don't know. Well, I suppose they've all got to go on the quest. It wouldn't be good story writing like if the brother and sister stayed on that planet. I'm sure that there's another episode, so like further down the line, where he comes back, even before the episode, the series ends. Don't know if you guys across the pond, but over here in the UK, there was like a program called Look and Learn. And they always used to have like a little TV series that would go along with it. And one of the shows was The Boy from Space. And I think he was blue. And he befriends this other little boy on Earth. Used to creep me out back in the day. I have to see that. It's on YouTube. Oh, and there is Zeus watching from a distance, observing the journey. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was episode 2. And yeah, I will return back in a couple of weeks with another episode of Ulysses. Don't forget though, I'm also doing the real Ghostbusters. Also doing some films like commentary as well. And with that, I have been Andy Goddard, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye from me.